Hello guys, welcome to Daily Current Affairs series. Today we will see 28th November current affairs. Myself Sunny Sandeep. Welcome to our channel Gear Up for Group 1 exam. Let us discuss the today's important current affairs. The first one, climate emergency. Here, first of all, we will see the definition of this climate energy. Whether next we will see whether any countries up to now declared climate emergency. Here, what is the present role of this New Zealand in the climate emergency? First, we will see the definition of this one. Here, it defines climate emergency as a situation in which urgent action is required to reduce or halt climate change and avoid potentially irreversible environmental damage resulting from it. Here, it is a situation which urgent action is required from this one to reduce or halt climate change. That is what we have to call it as a climate emergency. Here, the name itself defines that is emergency. That means urgent action required. Next one, some of the countries that have declared a climate emergency in recent years include United Kingdom, Portugal, Canada, France, most recently Japan. Last November, the Parliament of New Zealand has passed the Zero Carbon Act, which commits New Zealand to zero carbon emissions by 2050 or sooner. Here, in this part, New Zealand has passed the Zero Carbon Act, which commits the New Zealand to zero carbon emissions by 2050 or sooner. Here, New Zealand's government will decide next week if a climate emergency should be declared in the country or not. We will see the previous countries there: UK, Portugal, Canada, France, and most recently of Japan. After that, whether this country, this New Zealand, will decide next week if whether any climate emergency should be declared in the country or not. That is what we have to learn from this article, that is climate emergency. Next one, brain fingerprinting. Here it is a new word, or it's like a exciting word. How it will function or when it will be used. Here there is a case, we know that in Uttar Pradesh, that is rape case, that is Hathras rape case. Here the accused in this case will undergo brain fingerprinting. Here we will see the how this brain fingerprinting will work, or how this accused will go into the test. First of all, it is also known as the brain electrical oscillation signature profiling, that is BEOSP. Once again I will tell why, because very important. Brain electrical oscillation signature profiling is also known as the brain fingerprinting. It is a neuropsychological method of interrogation. It is a one type of interrogation. That means it is a neuropsychological method of interrogation. Here, if you see the process or the function of this brain fingerprinting, that is the accused are then shown visuals or played audio clips related to the crime to check if there is any triggering of neurons in their brains, which then generate brain waves. The test results are then studied to determine the participation of the accused in the crime. That means in this brain fingerprinting, that accused are then shown to visuals or played audio clips related to that Hatha's rape case. Then it will triggering the of neurons in their brains, which they generate brain waves. From that brain waves, they will study the results and determine the participation of whether this accused in the crime or not. That is what we have to learn from this article, that is brain fingerprinting. Next one, very interesting one, that is blue tide. Right side you can see the picture of blue tide, that is over the last 4 days, visitors to beaches in Maharashtra have witnessed the spectacle of fluorescent bluish glow when the waves hit the shoreline. That means there is a uh, bluish glow when the waves hit the shoreline. Why? Why like that? Why that tide like bluish color? Or any significance or any reaction behind that one? We will see. The spectacular occurs when phytoplankton, that is microscopic marine plants, commonly known as dinoflagellates, produce light through the chemical reactions in proteins. Here, the important reaction, that is, it will produce light through the chemical reactions in proteins. Here, there is a reaction, that is bioluminescence, is the property of living organism to produce and emit light. To produce and at the same time emit light. It may be occurred in animals, plants, fungi, and bacteria. It will show the bioluminescence. That's why there is a blue tide in the shore of Maharashtra. Next one, Indian economy. First of all, we have to see the effect of this COVID-19. Every work under halt are stopped. That's why this Indian economy has entered now into a technical recession with the two successive quarters of negative growth. That means last quarter we have seen there is a negative growth of 23.9% and now minus 7.5. That's why Indian economy has now entered the technical recession with the two successive quarters of a negative growth. India's gross domestic product GDP contracted 7.5% in the second quarter of 2020-21, following the record of 23.9% decline record in the first quarter, as per the estimates released by the NSO, that is National Statistical Office. That means these reports will be released by this NSO only. Here, whether any sector has seen the positive growth, the one thing, that is agriculture. That's why from this article we have to concentrate on two things. The first one, first of all, we have to give importance more to the agriculture, that will give boost to the whenever economy is in a bad condition. That's why if you see the any one, whether any sector is in good condition, that is only agriculture only. That's why we have to give importance to the agriculture. Next one, we have to see the measures to the, we have to apply or we have to search for measures or safety measures for this Indian economy. Why? Because it's a enter into the technical recession. That is what we have to see this from this article. Next one, in the part of UPSC prelims 2020 previous paper analysis, we will see the 28th question. With reference to the provisions contained in part 4 of the Constitution of India, which of the following statements are correct? Are correct. That means they are asking for correct options. Here, they shall be enforceable by the courts. They shall not be enforceable by any courts. The principles laid in the part are to influence the making of laws by the state. Here, first of all, we have to see what is the part 4 of the Constitution of India. That is, it will deals with the directive principles of state policy. That is DPSPs. Here, there is no invention or there is no enforcement of these DPSPs cannot be enforceable by the courts. That's why option 1 is wrong. One is wrong. That's why only 2 and 3 are correct. For that, for this question, D is the correct one. That is, they shall not be enforceable by any courts. The principles laid down in this part are to influence the making of laws by the state. With this, we can conclude our video. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Gear up for Group 1 exam. This is Sunny Sandeep signing out. Take care and bye bye.